Hi, I'm Jessica Gronsbell, and on March 3rd, 2013, I got into a car accident. Long story short, I was on my way to a house show, and I missed the turn, and so I went to go turn around, but the guy behind me was trying to pass me, and so he ended up hitting me on my driver's side door. It wasn't my fault, but I ended up being at fault in getting the ticket because I was 17 and the other person was a 50-year-old man. And if that wasn't incriminating enough, um, I was just really nervous around the cop. Not for really any reason, except for the fact that police scare the poop out of me. So I just ended up getting the ticket and totaling my car. So that whole situation was just really crappy, but it really went downhill from there. The accident took place during Lent, and what my church was doing was they were doing a series called Redirect, where instead of giving up one thing for the whole Lent, we would give up something each week in order to focus on something different. And so the day after my accident, we were supposed to start the week where we were supposed to be focusing on the poor and hungry. And so the fast was going to be a strict diet of rice and beans for the whole week. And so that was really going to suck as well. Additionally, I was really stressed with, college applications, scholarship applications. I had a lot of homework because I was taking 3 AP classes. So all that work was just really a huge stress on my life as well. Not to mention, I was working at a coffee shop at the time, and so I lost my transportation to that. And so I just really felt like everything fell out from under me. In all seriousness, I fell into depression after my accident. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to go to school. I really just didn't want to do anything. But I knew that if I didn't do anything, then I would just be in a worse position. A couple of days later, I actually got a card in the mail from the leaders of my church, basically telling me that, they're praying for me and that they're glad nobody got injured, and just that, they had me in their thoughts. And that point was really pivotal for me. It was at that point that I just felt God's love and His presence hit me like a ton of bricks. It was nuts. I just felt like, God had been there the whole time, and, He was there to comfort me, and He wanted me to cast my burdens on Him and just let me rest. I suppose I knew, that He was there the whole time, but, I guess I was just so lost that I really, didn't realize that He was there with open arms the whole time. So, obviously, not everything, resolved from there, but life did get a lot easier. My neighbor, actually offered to drive me to school because her son was already going to my school and she already drove him, and so she offered to drive me. My grandmother offered to drive me to work, so that was really awesome of her. And I would borrow my mom's minivan, if I wanted to go out on the weekend or something. So that was just really nice as well. I got accepted into my first choice school, so it was nice that all of that hard work paid off. So life just kind of got better from there. In May, my grandparents agreed to buy me a car if I agreed to pay them back over time. And so now I have a PT Cruiser, and so that was just like another thing that I was blessed with, through that struggle. Oh, and about my ticket, so I, showed up for my court date, and not only was I provided a free lawyer, but neither the cop nor the other guy showed up, and so I got let off without any points or fines or anything, and so that was just really, really awesome as well. So I think now I'm a lot more appreciative of the things that I'm so blessed to have. I have my life. I wasn't even injured during the accident. I have a loving family and a supportive church, and I got a car. I have so many things that I really am a lot more appreciative of now. I also have a newly found peace about life in general. Um, you know, After that experience, I learned that, no matter what I'm going through, I can always fall back on God. He'll always be there to get me through any trial that I go through. Lastly, what I really gained from this experience, I have a huge heart for people who are going through depression. I only, went through depression for about a week or so. And I know that doesn't compare, to people who suffer from it, for years. But, I have so many friends who go through depression. I guess instead of being overwhelmed or discouraged by their depression, I think I'm now more able to empathize with them and to understand their situation. And so I just have a huge heart for people who have to go through that. I just want to thank Olan and the rest of his team for giving this opportunity to students. Paying for college is really crappy, and so the fact that you give of your time and money to help students with that is just so great. I just want to thank Olan and everyone else who's involved with this project. You all are seriously my hero. Thank you.